Good morning everyone. I have started this vlog twice already. One time I just went off on too many tangents. The second time this camera fell to be so... Okay, that's good. So 3 times lucky, 3's a charm, whatever the phrase is. I'm having a protein powder shake. This is the one I'm trying. I've already told you about this twice, but it's the LS System chocolate flavour with probiotics and digestive enzymes. Their vegan protein blend, and I really rate it. I actually finished them and it's really yummy. I'm trying to put some healthier sort of habits into my day now I'm back home. It's easy as a new mum to forget those things and they fall by the wayside, and I'm ready now, she's 7 months, to get back into those habits that used to make me feel so good, that were so normal for me, so habitual for me, because I can feel it in my body. Apart from the fact that I've got a cold, I've caught Elowen's cold, and I'm feeling rotten. I'm not doing the things that I used to absolutely love that were so important to me, like exercise, eating a really well-rounded diet, getting outside every day, and just, you know, even things like my to-do list, they've all just kind of gone out the window. I've been pretty great at like reading and having baths and taking time off work, which has actually been a nice alternative in a way, but I'm ready. I want to go back to the gym. I want to feel good about myself again, and I don't know what it is about the spring weather when it's lovely outside and it's sunny that makes you want to take care of yourself, or it does me anyway, puts me in that good fresh mindset. I know there's lots of rhetoric, there's lots of conversation around postpartum, bouncing back and getting fit, getting healthy, like losing weight and extreme diets and doing extreme things. That is the last thing you need to do as a new mum. Just look after yourself. I think that obviously you don't want to fall into like not looking after yourself at all and feeling rubbish. You also don't want to fall into extremes or quick fixes, because it needs to be sustainable and it needs to be a good, I think, influence for your child. I want her to see mummy and daddy looking after themselves in a sustainable way, caring about their mind, their body, their friendships, their work, all of those well-rounded, nice, holistic things, and it be like a positive, nice thing, not an extreme thing. You don't need to bounce back. You know, it's a new era of your life, and I'm interested in building healthy habits for the future that are sustainable for my life now, because it's different now. It's not what it was before. I've got a bit of work to do, and then I really want to make a wild garlic focaccia from my new cookbook, so we'll do that today. And tomorrow I'm getting a haircut because this fringe is, you can't even see my eyes. Alex is off on a little walkies with little one. So I'm gonna make my wild garlic focaccia. This is what I foraged yesterday. I have a wild garlic focaccia recipe in my cookbook, You're in a Cottage Kitchen, and it has some tips in here about foraging, because it's important that you know what you're looking for when you're foraging. So this is what wild garlic looks like, FYI. You don't want to make the mistake of picking Lily of the Valley. I personally think they look very different. Other people online seem to think they look very similar. I don't think, I would find it hard to feel like you could make the distinction. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm used to it, but this is what wild garlic looks like. This shaped leaf, and they sprout. I'll obviously insert some footage, I think, of the last vlog, which shows you what it looks like. It sprouts individually as leaves. I think Lily of the Valley sprouts, it will have a sprout and it will have multiple leaves off the same stem. Wild garlic is in these small little bunches, and when the season carries on, they will have white flowers. This is the best time to pick them when the flowers aren't there. They won't taste as bitter and they'll be a really nice flavour, but they're this lovely shape. I'm pretty sure Lily of the Valley looks much slimmer, but they will be in big chunks of them all together. The issue I think with Lily of the Valley is it does grow amongst wild garlic sometimes, but just do your due diligence and Google what they look like to familiarise yourself, and hopefully my vlogs can show you clearly what they are, but just familiarise yourself if you're new to this. Stick to footpaths, like public footpaths. Don't go on people's private land or anything. In the UK there are loads of public footpaths where you will be able to find wild garlic, woodlands, and don't get them off of the road, because there's more likelihood that they're going to be polluted with cars and dirt and dog pee and poo and that kind of stuff. Do it safely, don't take too much. I tend to take like one leaf from each plant rather than taking like a bunch from one plant or like pulling the plant up or anything. Definitely don't do that. If there's a whole area of them, which usually there is, you can just kind of saunter about and get a leaf out of a few different plants. And it's really as simple as that. So we're gonna make this delicious focaccia recipe. This is a method that I kind of learned at Philly Way Cookery School here in Cornwall. Really recommend that cookery school if you live in Cornwall or if you're visiting, could be a fun thing to do. Those lessons from that cookery course have stuck with me and Alex. We obviously are very much into making our own bread now, and it has stuck with me so well, including how to make focaccia. We made a baguette, we made wholemeal, we made white bread, and the focaccia recipe is one that I've kind of used and adapted at home, but it's so easy and it works so well every time. And he really taught us how to knead bread properly, the method of how to knead it. If you don't have a mixer, we do have a mixer, so that makes my life easier, but there is a method to kneading, and there's lots of different methods, lots of people do it differently, but I found it very helpful to be there in person and physically learn how to do that. So if you do have a cookery school near you for bread making, I'd recommend it. It gives you that kind of confidence to do it yourself and realise actually you are able to do it. It's really simple to start with. I'm just gonna mix all the ingredients together and stir it and then knead it in the mixer. And if you do want like a guide from me, we did make a video on how to make bread. I'll link it somewhere and you can go watch that if you want like a physical video of me kneading. I'm going to start by measuring out the flour. So this is 500 grams of strong bread flour, and then 10 grams of salt, and then a packet or 7 grams of fast action yeast. When you add your yeast, make sure that it doesn't touch the salt so it won't kill it. So I'm just adding it to the opposite side. Olive oil, around 50 ml. And then 370 ml of warm water. Now you can stir this together to mix and then roll it out onto a work surface. But if you're using a mixer, I just stir it together, or you can literally just chuck it straight in the mixer. I'll stir it so you can get an idea on what it should look like once it's stirred. And it should just form a dough. A deer, a female deer. In my cookbook, I do detail the method, so there is written description on how to knead it, so that might help you as well. But I'm just going to get it to that point and I'm going to use the mixer, but you don't have to do that. I just kind of wanted to show you. It's quite a elasticy dough already because it's got a really nice amount of olive oil in there. Now we can drizzle with olive oil and cover and leave to prove in a warm spot for 45 to 60 minutes until it's doubled in size. Now we can make our wild garlic and pine nut topping. This is the good bit. Look at this. The tiny baby snail. That's what happens when you forage. I nearly had you for lunch. Look at him. He's so cute. Give it a good wash. You can even soak this in water to get every snail that could be lurking. Now I'm going to roughly chop this. Saving a small handful that you could use for the topping. You don't need to be crazily accurate with this measurement of wild garlic. Just gather a small bag, because you can make this with a slightly smaller amount or slightly more. Add this into a pestle and mortar. And you definitely can use a food processor if you don't have one of these. Then add 25 grams of pine nuts. This is essentially a pesto, along with around 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And then you want to bash this together. It should start to form more of a paste. So the focaccia is proving. We've got our wild garlic paste or pesto, and we're trying to figure out what to have for lunch because this is actually, I got started on this too late. the original plan was to have it for lunch, but it'll be like 3 o'clock and I'll be so hungry. So I realised we actually have this in the freezer and I kind of fancy it. So we're gonna have some sweet potato with some spinach on the side. And today Elowyn's weaning is, it said chickpeas and tomatoes. We don't actually have unsalted chickpeas. We realised this just now because we've got the bold bean ones, but they are in salted like stock. So we thought we could try black beans and make it into a paste with tomatoes. And we're trying to sort of make sure that we're having the same food with her, because otherwise we're just constantly cooking lots of different stuff. So we figured we could have some black beans for her, and then the rest I'm gonna cook and mix in with the leftover of this baked bean smoky chili from Bold Bean Company with some tomatoes and some spices, and just have that on top of the sweet potato. And Alex is gonna make some hummus because we actually don't have any avocado, but we do have salted chickpeas.
Try in the garden.
I mean, we should have actually done that. We should have used that, saved that stock and used it for cooking. That would have been tasty. How long left for the timer? Is that my little finger mark? Oh, honey, you're right. So our dough is ready, nice and poofy. I'm just gonna drizzle some olive oil to line. You don't have to use baking paper if you're not worried about it sticking. And then we're gonna tip this out. Look at that. Oh boy. And then with wet fingers, you can squish it in and create some dimples in there. Alex wants to get baby's hands in here. This would be good sensory play. What's that feel like, Elowyn? Yeah.
Oh no. No.
Does it feel like mummy's tummy? And we'll cover this again and let it double in size again in a nice warm spot. It's nice and warm here today, thankfully. So here's our little family setup. So on my plate we have the sweet potato, cucumber, this is some pickled cabbage and red onion I made, and then that little bean mixture I just whipped up, and the hummus Alex made. And then little one has the black beans and tomatoes with the skin taken out, and broccoli. Nice little lunch for all of us. What's that? Do you want to try some black beans? I'm so far away from you, Daddy can do it.
Yeah. Now, she's just gonna smush it.
Yummy! Someone's enjoying the sun. Our dough is freshly risen, looking delicious. Oh, look at that. I love focaccia. Just is the most delicious bread. But spread it over evenly. Like literally, my mouth is watering at this. You can take a few of the leaves and you can do this in two ways. You can either sort of roll them up and sort of like push them in, or you can just sort of layer them on top, because then you get like some leaves inside the dough. And then you can agitate the dough again with your fingers. And then we're going to bake this for 20 to 25 minutes until it's golden brown. And I cannot wait to eat this. Of course, finish it off with some fresh salt. Look at that. So now this beautiful specimen is out of the oven. I'm gonna let it cool just a bit, though probably not too much because I'm just so hungry, I need to eat this. Oh my goodness, look how good it looks. I love all the crispy bits on top. You can use this for like sandwiches, like this would be absolutely delicious. You can fill it with like tomatoes and cheese or like cream cheese. Make a delicious epic sandwich. I think I might do that tomorrow. Today I'm just gonna have a piece, but I feel like it'd be so good if you laid it up with loads of yummy bits in between. Like cake. Let's taste, shall we? Look. Oh my goodness me. The wild garlic on top. I could just inhale this entire loaf. Now, if you really wanted to be epic with a sandwich, you could double up the wild garlic pesto and save that to like spread on top. So you have it like an actual pesto and then you can layer it up with whatever ingredients. I feel like I would have this if I was making this. I don't have the ingredients for it tomorrow, but I feel like it would be so fantastic with some vegan cheese or normal cheese, tomato and some rocket just wedged between a couple slices with some extra pesto. This cold has wiped me out this afternoon. We had some really boring mortgage stuff to do this afternoon and that took up so much of our time, and hello, and I'm making a quick dinner. I'm trying to use this sort of weaning book as like sort of a template rather than me following it to the letter. So for example, today we did tomatoes and chickpeas. Tomorrow it says courgette and beef. Obviously we're not going to give her beef, but we've not got courgette, so I don't want to like be strict about it. So this evening, the way I see it working in the future is feeding her whatever we're having for dinner and then having like leftovers the next day. I'm not going to do 2 meals until next week once we're a bit more settled in the house and things are a bit tidier and sorted. But I figured I could feed her carrot tomorrow instead of courgette and have it with beans because she suggests to have any sort of beans instead of the beef. So we've got this lovely shaped pasta. I thought I could put some wild garlic in there for flavour. Hello! And then I'm going to blend some cannellini beans with some tomatoes and I'm going to fry this up and blend it together. We did like a nice little bit of quiet time upstairs in her nursery, which is kind of probably should be called her, I know it is technically still a nursery. She's never actually slept in there. It's just where we keep all her things, and I really want to sort of do a sort of makeover with you at some point where it becomes her like room and we set up like a bed in there for her, because probably when she's a bit older she'll start to move into her own room. Not yet, I'm not ready for that yet. I'm still co-sleeping with her. But she hasn't been in there in a while, and she almost, because she's come along so far recently with her development and like her awareness, she was almost looking around the room like, wow, noticing things she hadn't noticed. And we had a bit of quiet time just reading some books and looking at the cuddly toys. And it's the first time that she's actually shown a real interest in cuddly toys. And she was so excited by them. It was so sweet. So yeah, just a really cute moment actually. Good morning everyone, it's Friday. I'm going to get my hair cut and I'm actually having like an okay hair day today. Usually my hair looks horrible when I get a haircut. I just did not have time to vlog this morning. We're kind of rushing out a bit early because I'm going to go see my friend before my haircut. I would have shown you my outfit, but I was rushing. I had that moment where you're like trying on clothes and I just was like, everything looks horrible. I think it's because I haven't been wearing my wardrobe lately and it's in between seasons, and like there's missing pieces in my wardrobe. The amount of times I go into my wardrobe and I want like a really long kind of like full skirt and I don't have one, and so I need to like hunt on Vinted or something. And also a cardigan that's like oversized that I can button up. I have got dressed and I'm wearing a really old gross t-shirt, but it's the only one I had. Little one looks absolutely adorable today. I can't believe how cute she looks. And I'm hoping to feel very glamorous later, get rid of these greys and this kind of like red tone in my hair. And Alex is going to take little one for a nice walk around Truro. I was going to just go by myself because I need to do that more. But the pump I'm using, I got sent this pump and I want to recommend it because it is great when it works. It's the Madeleine pump, the in-bra pump. I don't know if I've got a faulty one, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but a lot of the time when I go to use it, it doesn't work, it won't, the suction won't start. And also I've noticed, if any of you have the same pump, it's the sort of battery that if you charge it up and then put it in a drawer, it drains. I just am like, I don't understand it because Alex will charge them up for me, he'll put them in the drawer and then I'll use them a few days later and they're dead.
Some things do that. I feel like our camera batteries always do that, it's weird.
Yeah, it's very annoying because you kind of want to be able to charge it. So I feel like potentially what's happening is because I don't use them regularly enough. I think that something's happening with the battery or the suction because I'm not using them every day, whereas lots of people might use them every day. So I want to get into the routine of using them again, but just be warned if you do get that pump and you're not intending on using them every single day, you're intending maybe on using them like I do, like just when you need them. You may be better off getting one of the ones that isn't an in-bra pump or is a bit more, maybe like a hand pump or something. I'm gonna try next week using it every day so that I can have like a stock because we're home now and it's something that like really bothers me that I often want to go out and I've left it too last minute because I'm disorganized like that. And then Alex just has to come with me because I have to breastfeed her in between her sleeps, which obviously doesn't always work out. Like he is not always available, so then I can't do stuff by myself. So yeah, it's causing a few issues. Let me know if you have any recommendations on like organising yourself with pumping, or if you have a pump that you swear by. I have a little beige baby today. She normally is in very colourful clothes, but I just thought let's put her in a cute beige outfit. I feel like lots of people dress their babies in beige and it sometimes looks very sweet. And look at her little hairband. It's still too big for her. I've been waiting for her to wear this and it's still a little bit too big. I'm so bad at vlogging in public that I need to just get out my comfort zone and do it. Just see my friend and now I'm gonna get my hair done. And it's such beautiful weather, like such sunny day. Just come out the hairdresser's, hair is done. The wind is not doing me any favours, but we added some extra layers. Alex is here with baby.
Hello.
So we're gonna go and get some food, and I really want to go look in Waterstones to see if I can spy my book. Here it is. Look at it. Woohoo. Look. Next to the other Cornish bloke.
He's a better cook, I think.
Ha ha ha. There I am. So if you live in Truro, come get a signed copy. Whee!
Okay, and then we'll just put them on top of all the other books.
Spread them all out.
There we go. That looks better.
There we go. Much better. There it is. So we're upstairs in Waterstones, Truro. Come get your signed copy, guys. Bobby! I was just trying to film because baby was stroking Zeus and now she just wants to grab the camera. What about Zeusy? Hey Zeusy! Yeah! Good morning. Feeling fresh with the new hair. We cut the fringe a little bit shorter above the eyebrow so it has space to grow, but no more greys. My hairstylist Abby at Goldbird in Truro. Queen, she does the best job. I always love when it's just been styled. We went for a few more layers at the end, so we'll see what it looks like when I style it wavy. Our house is potentially messier than it has ever been. This is a combination of moving back in, not living here for ages, having loads of renovation stuff everywhere, and also my ADHD brain. Just having a baby as well, let's be honest, because my house never used to get this messy on such a scale when we didn't have a baby. So I need to clean. I need to concentrate, I need to go get my headphones, and I need for my baby to sleep, because if she wakes up, I won't be able to get this done, and I don't know if I can go another day with the house like this, because every day we don't have time. Every day we don't have time. There's something happening. Please pray for me that I'll get this done, or at least a big chunk of it.
Supposed to do when the best part of me was loving you, right? It was always you. Sorry.
One of the hardest parts about doing the cleaning today is I want to organise and declutter as I do it, but that just gets me into trouble because I don't actually end up tidying, because this room is like, look how much stuff. There's like all this stuff are vintage, all these duvets need putting away, there's like spare socks, there's like a dead plant in the corner I've been meaning to sort for so long, but I have to focus on just tidying so the house is like reset. And then a video I think that will be coming soon, I'll do a massive spring clean of this house because it's so needed. We have a ladybird infestation. Every single window upstairs filled with ladybirds. We had this problem last year. I don't know what to do. The vegan in me just cannot. I just can't hoover them up. I've seen people say you've got to hoover them up or put them outside. I don't want to kill them. But there are hundreds, well not hundreds. Right now there's probably 15 of them on this window. And I think what's happening is they're like creating a nest in the window. I know that it happens in the transitional seasons because of the weather, and they're just finding this comfy little area in our windows and we're not doing anything about it, so they're staying there. I don't know what to do. Oh God, it continues. Look at this room. Having the same issue again with her clothes because she's definitely transitioning with a lot of her clothes. So she's 7 months, but she's definitely in kind of probably more like 9 to 12 month clothes. A lot of clothes are labelled more like 6 to 12 months. And these drawers, because we haven't been at home for a month and a bit, are kind of empty, and then lots of her clothes are just in the wash. Like previously, I think this is a awareness I now have with ADHD, I would have probably started to organise her clothes. I need to focus on the task at hand. I can just put everything away for now. But it makes me so sad thinking about her going up her clothes size and putting these things away. My goodness me. We're getting our chores done with little one. Right, babe, you gonna help me finish this? I said I would finish the upstairs. This is the last room. Let's get this done together, babe. Bless you. Look at your clothes. I think a lot of these, while I'm hanging stuff up, I think I may as well take the bits out that definitely won't fit her anymore. I like that some of the children's clothes have, it says like, look after me, keep me, love me, pass me on. It's quite sweet. All of these now fit her. Don't see that, that's for another day. I feel like we have some deja vu going on because look at the state of this kitchen again. So all of our toys are strewn about the floor. Zeus was sick this morning, so all the pillows from the window seat are on the table because he was sick all over the table. We've got PR package boxes that need to be recycled. We've got a bold bean package actually arrived. Breakfast. This was actually perfectly clean this morning. Immaculately clean, but this is breakfast. Stuff I just brought downstairs. More washing up that needs to go in the dishwasher because we emptied the dishwasher, so all the dishwasher stuff is over there. Alex is making bread. Those eggs are for Elowen, don't come for me. And then we have all this stuff over here. I need to do something with these bottles. I never ended up really using a lot of these bottles that were sent to me. I feel like I could donate them to a charity shop, but I'm wondering if there's a more useful place for them to go. So I need to have a think about that one. This is a tip again, so I need to sort this. So we've got the focaccia I made, the potatoes left over from last night, the black bean, cannellini bean, kale stew with gochujang chilli paste, and then the hummus that we made. We've got carrot and kale with a pinch of ground ginger. I haven't put any of my milk in there because she was kind of refusing to feed just now. And usually what I do is I feed her and then I pump just straight afterwards. But yeah, that didn't really work this time. So we'll see if she likes it. And if she really is not loving it, then I will try and pump some some milk and mix it in. But she has been enjoying green vegetables, like she's been loving broccoli, so let us see. Let's put a bit of food on here. See if you will eat it. The bowl might be a bit too grown up for her, I actually might swap this. Well, she's got it in her mouth, well done. We went for the IKEA high chair. I know that is that really expensive. Is it called Stocker high chair, which I was tempted by, but it's very expensive. And so many people rate the IKEA one. It's so cheap that I was just like, why not just get this one? And it feels like it's so easy to clean. We got her a Bibado bib that kind of goes underneath the high chair and then over her, and you just sort of slip her arms in. We also got the kind of the tray thing that you can take off, which is easy to wash too. And then that's easy peasy. Roxy does all the hard work on the floor. This kale is very messy. It's all a mess again, isn't it? Life is using your kitchen, cleaning your kitchen, using your kitchen, cleaning your kitchen for the rest of time. It's bread time. Oh babe, when you can try this bread, look at that. There are no better oranges. Maybe if you went to like Italy or, I don't know, somewhere that I don't know where oranges are excellent, maybe a hotter country. But Riverford, I'm sure that they source them from somewhere like Italy or Spain. Wow. We have 2 packages. Yay. You know, the novelty of getting PR packages does not wear off. It's so cool. Every time. This in particular, actually, I was just thinking the other day, I was like wondering if they might send it to me because I saw an influencer I follow, my fringe, I'm like looking at it in the, let me just, yeah, someone I follow did an ad with Fern, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I'm still on their PR list because I like collect their perfumes and I'm obsessed with them, and I hadn't received it yet, and looks like they have. I'm still on the list. Oh look, you can watch their cinematic experience if you scan this. I'm sure that I will give you all the info you need to know about them, but I love their perfumes and their packaging. It is just so fun every time. There's 2 little otters on the sticker. It's like an experience. So their whole thing is seasonal perfumes. A sound map of Nep Wildland. Oh! So it's got loads of different animals. How beautiful is that? I've shown you this before. It comes with a sample and then the actual perfume, so you can test it first. Oops. So obviously some people are unsure about buying perfumes online. Gosh, this packaging's got even better, the things they're sending. They always send this little terracotta diffusion stone that you can spray and then put it in a room and it'll make the room smell nice. And then they give you a little sample so that you can test it before you actually commit and open it. And if you're not a fan, I'm assuming you can just return it. I've never done that before because I've always liked the scents. But let's smell this. And look how gorgeous this stone is. Like, it's got a lovely print, wildflower print on it. Fern is the kind of brand, if I was to have created a brand, this is what dreams would be made of. Oh, they're just so layered. They've even sent wildflower seeds. And look at that packaging. Whoever is the designer at Fern, you do an incredible job. For Spring 26, we have partnered with Nep Wilding in Sussex. Together we've created a fragrance that emulates the rewilded landscape fostered here for a quarter of a century. Just like how amazing that they're partnering with a rewilding project. Looks like this. Beautiful. I've got them all upstairs. It smells incredible. It smells, never doesn't smell delicious and gorgeous and just multi-layered. Oh, what is that smell? I can smell it. Let's read up the notes. It has ginger root, lemon rind, bitter orange rind. I can definitely smell the orange. Bergamot, cognac oil, valerian root, rose, neroli, red cedar, just loads of loveliness. One more package, what's in here? Ooh. Aroma diffuser from Optimum Natura. Do you know what? I had one of these years ago and I threw it away. Or donated it. I don't know why, and I always think back, like, why did I get rid of that diffuser? So this is pretty great. And then they sent me some essential oils. Look at this.
Oh, that smells nice.
That's the perfume. Do you like it? Does this take you back to Brighton when they had that diffuser?
Yes.
No, actually, the one that I had was a little prettier than this. It had a bamboo top. Oh, that's, okay. The health sets, we've got lavender oil, eucalyptus, lots of essential oils, so that's nice. Now we've got a cleanest mess, and while she's sleeping, I am determined to get more tidying done. I might actually go back, no, downstairs is more important. I'm gonna do the living room as a quick win. So those of you who know, we have been back and forth from Newlyn, and so this is basically just like a pile. We actually have already had a pile like this, tidied it away, and then we've now ended up with another pile because we brought stuff back. So all this stuff needs to go away. And then over here we have more tools. So we just need to like put everything away because it's not nice to enter the house when it's like this.
Add in your toolbox so I don't emotionally enjoy it. And you're probably not, I can't guarantee, but you're probably not.
Fun fact, when you write a book, your publisher usually sends you a stock of books so that you can have them to give to friends and family. You can have your own copies. I have kept most of my other ones from my previous books. So I've got like 2 Make It Vegans there, 1 in there. I think I bought what, maybe I bought like 2 or something. And then I've got some next door, same as Minimal. So they send you usually about 10 books. And obviously it's nice to have lots of copies, but I think what I need to do is I need to sign them and keep one in my bag. So if I ever go anywhere, I can give them to people. You may notice in this, there is a massive damp problem. There is damp coming in through the walls, through the chimney, into the bookshelves. I haven't had the heart yet to really check these books because I fear the damage is done and there's not much I can do. We've obviously been in Newlyn, so we haven't like been able to remedy this. But now we're home, we need to get in touch with the people who did our chimneys to ask them to come look and see what the problem is. We did have it swept in the winter and she didn't seem to see any problem. So we think it might be the lime flashing. Is that what it's called? Flashing? Basically like the chimney stacks. They probably need to go up there and have a look, and we need to fix this. So this is a big problem that we're gonna have to fix. Baby stuff everywhere. Alex also picked me up these for Mother's Day. He got me Mansfield Park for my birthday and then Wuthering Heights for Valentine's Day. And I love them so much that he got me these. So these are the Cranford collection, if you're interested. They look like this, they're gorgeous. And he's got me The Secret Garden, Little Women, the collective works of H.P. Lovecraft, which I think he was interested in as well, Pride and Prejudice, Sense and Sensibility, and Jane Eyre. So these ones are a bit more special than the other ones he got actually, because they also have the painted pages. My brain has gone blank what this is called. How gorgeous. I will say, someone messaged me and said, oh, how are these? Because I've heard that they don't wear very well and also there's mistakes. I did notice, not in Mansfield Park, but in Wuthering Heights, there was one mistake where like a paragraph had been repeated. I don't really mind that. I think that's just an innocent mistake or a printing error. It happens. I will say they don't wear the best. I'm not the most like particular with when I read books, how careful I am with them. I chuck them in my bag, I throw them around, I travel with them around the house. Some people are much more careful than I am, so I'm hesitant to say that they do wear after reading because I'm quite rough with my books. But I have noticed when I've read them that the corners do wear, and they do show wear after like one read. So do that what you will. If you're a careful reader, probably they would be fine. Dove's Organic sent us loads of their fun flowers. We've got einkorn, spelt, Emma, and rye. So Alex can get to baking those. We're getting somewhere. It's not perfect, but we're getting somewhere. My way of tidying though is to take everything out of that room that doesn't belong in that room and put it into the hallway. So this is just recycling. And then you saw this earlier. And then out here is stuff that needs to go in the attic, next door, back to my parents, upstairs. This is gonna have to be a completely separate job. I've got changed and we're going to go for a little walk and go to the supermarket because we don't really have what we want for dinner. We want to make pizza potentially. Is that what we're having? Yeah. Potentially. And that hallway is a tomorrow job, but the living room.
What's wrong with it?
Living room. It's looking good. I just hoovered. Yeah, well, it's looking okay. There's definitely still. Yes, it is.